This flying marvel was decades ahead of its time, flying at unparalleled speeds to decimate the relentless flood of bombers over Nazi Germany. Today, we are talking about the Messerschmitt 163 Comet.
We attacked one of Germany's bat-like rocket planes, the Me-163. The plane has a top speed of 600 miles an hour. Its motor has enough fuel to run for about 8 minutes.
What's up guys, it's Keelan from KF Media, and as I said earlier, we're talking about the Messerschmitt 163 Comet. But to really understand it, we have to go back to its infancy in 1937. At this time, Hitler was drawing up plans for his wonder weapons and investing heavily in new technology, which he hoped would give him an edge in future wars. But the development of jet and rocket engines was slow and inefficient. Hitler wanted to focus on conventional propeller-driven airplanes and to produce them in huge quantities, a process that drained away resources from ambitious projects like the Me-163. The design of the Me-163 started off as a glider, with wheels that would be ejected after takeoff. This quirk managed to stay in the design throughout production, but we'll come to that later. It was then given a small propeller motor to test and improve the airframe, while the rocket engine was being designed. Two men with competing designs were up for selection, Wernher von Braun with an alcohol and liquid oxygen propellant, and Helmut Walter with a high-test peroxide propellant, a highly unstable and dangerous fuel, but incredibly powerful for its mass. Eventually, Walter's design was selected. In 1941, the aircraft was ready to be tested in Peenemünde. Despite the engine's unreliability, it performed well, reaching the speed of 340 miles an hour. But just when the project seemed to be hitting its stride, the acute lack of funding continued to hinder progress. The volatile fuel mixture continued to cause problems with development, as the plane had a habit of blowing up while being refueled, killing highly trained technicians and pilots. Its small size made it difficult to pilot and land, and there are multiple accounts of the fuselage breaking apart on landing and exploding. By 1944, the plane was still under development, but time was running out. With the Luftwaffe decimated, the Nazis had no way to stop the hordes of Allied bombers wreaking havoc on the German war machine. They needed a machine that could get up to altitude in minutes and have the speed to outrun escorts. So, while still a flawed machine, the Me-163 was pushed into service. The story of the Me-163 was one of too little, too late. It was good at what it did, with 16 confirmed kills, and it struck fear into the hearts of bomber pilots, as it moved so fast that they were powerless against it. But of the 91 delivered, most never saw action due to the fuel shortages in the Reich's final days. Do I think the Me-163 could have turned the tide? No. It was not worth the amount of resources poured into the project. Its horrible reliability made it inadequate for the job, but what is more important was the impact it had on history. Wernher von Braun used the lessons learned with the 163 to build rockets for the US in the space race against the Soviets. It inspired the design for sound systems today, and its iconic wing shape is still prevalent in the skies all around us. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, as I'm a small channel and it really helps me out. Feel free to comment what video I should make next, and I will see you in the next one. This is Keelan from KF Media.